Far beyond witches and wizards is the root cause of health problem of many in Africa. Seek professional advice concerning that your health matter.
I see with my clear eye. The eye that I cannot be able to use 2 years ago, I use it now to see everything. And I say, may God who make this man have this mind, and all those doctors over here, God will bless them and give them more life.
Join Dr. Save a Life Foundation.
Hello, my pleasure to come your way again in this very wonderful edition, unique, exclusive edition of You and Your Health. Don't forget that You and Your Health is a program sponsored by Dr. Save a Life Foundation, a non-governmental organization with a clear vision of giving total health to the people of Africa through the power of knowledge. I remain your friend, Dr. Richard Okoye. Today is going to be a huge revelation, and a positive revelation indeed that will help you. I mean, this very campaign is not just all about a health program that is on. It is a movement. It is something you yourself, your friend, your family, everyone get involved. Together we can defeat this very enemy of untimely death, giving a report that is supposed not to be associated with us here in Nigeria, that life expectancy of Nigerians happen to be 55 years. Regrettably, COVID came upon such. I couldn't imagine what it will be right now. But there is hope, and that's why we are here. And the hope is that by the year 2025, keep this record is a reality. It is not just we are faithing it or we are thinking about it. What you're going to receive today will make you not to be in that ugly number. That's why I will encourage you, pick your phone. I tell you, pick your phone. Call your friend. I will show you some of the things that have been cleaning our people and simple things to be done, which can save lives. Of course, you know that many people have come to a point where they say, you have to exercise, you have to work out. But also, a number of ugly stories have been told concerning those that are working out. He said, the man, when he was exercising, he collapsed and died. I didn't know whether you have a knowledge of that before. Yeah, it happened. Now, could exercise also be said to be dangerous to our health? I want you to see something that will be perhaps of additional concern even when you are working out. Actually, I came across this particular video on Facebook, and I think it will speak volume on what we're going to discuss today. Have a look at this. Can you look at it? It's just, a person hale and hearty, full of life. What could one look at her at this very point in time and say something went wrong? Nobody could. And let's go look at this quickly. Yeah, interesting. She's still on. But is she getting tired? What's going on here? Goodness me! Come on!
Wait for me.
My condolences to the family. But while I'm here, is that in as much as this incident took place here in Nigeria, we can't allow this kind of scenario to continue. I want you just to pick your phone right now. Call your friends. Call your loved ones. You are not just calling them because you say, please tune into this program. You are going to save them. I tell you, I assure you that by the end of this program, you will thank God that you did. Do that. I'll be right back as we look at overcoming preventable deaths in our society. Stay tuned.
You and Your Health with
Dr. Richard Okoye. Now on AIT every Monday by 9:30 a.m.
Welcome back. You are still on You and Your Health. I mean, your friend Dr. Richard Okoye, the president of Doctors Save a Life Foundation. You may have heard about people, you see, the person went to work, or doing one thing, or exercising, all of a sudden this other person slumped and died. Oh, it's becoming worrisome. It's becoming so alarming. Everywhere you are hearing this person just slept and the person couldn't wake up, this other person died and this person died. We have a project that we actually putting on, and I told the person who is going to do one of the finishing part of it, and I said, hold on, let the rest be done so that you could give a touch of excellence to what you are doing. That was accepted. 2 weeks later, I picked the phone and said, hello sir, please can you come over, the project is ready for you. Not knowing that the wife picked up the phone and he said, hey, doctor, are you? That man when you know don't die you. How? How? What happened? What went wrong? I saw him 2 weeks earlier. And he said no, that he just went to church. From the church he went to house fellowship. And as he came back about to eat with food, he just started shouting, my chest, something is holding me for chest. All of a sudden, the man slumped and died there. Shock. I tell you. I felt, what's going on? Everywhere you were just hearing one story, this person died. We can't remain ignorant anymore. We cannot say, we can't cover this kind of thing anymore. And you know what? I called the son on phone and I said, what do you think that is responsible for this? And he said that before my father collapsed, he was shouting, my chest, so somebody is holding me, somebody is holding my chest. And if you hear that to an outsider or somebody who is in this kind of, society, the first line of action is that the enemies must have done this. And who are the enemy of such a man, or such a person? Who are these our enemies? Now sometimes we begin to wonder, my enemy, who is after my progress? What is that your progress? You bought a Tokumbo car. That was all. And that's why you were killed. Something much more than that. Somebody must have been deceiving us somewhere. No, somebody must have been receiving evil reports. Reports that are not real. And we use one devil, demon, wicked one, today in our political system, in the past couple of months, in addition to the issue of COVID, you see a lot of prominent, notable people just passing away just like that. He slept, he never woke up. And thank God we also have COVID that more explanation can be given. But by and by, these things have been happening even before COVID came. It is time we be in position to think. Jesus made a statement and said, can a man begin to build a house without sitting down to count the cost? Let it be in position to build and stop on the way because a mockery. Can a king begin to wage a war against another king without sitting down to count his ammunition vis-a-vis what the enemy has? Let it stop on the way. It is time for us to be in position to sit back and say, hi, this thing we are taking this way, perhaps not this devil, demon, enemy, and order that we are using to bury our loved ones ignorantly. Permit me to let you know something today. The origin of the confusion we see in our society. It is nothing but a problem. It is just a problem of absolute ignorance of health information. And I will always, as I said, blame our fathers of medicine who actually began this very crisis. How did it start? Perhaps I can use the word selfishness. Selfishness in the sense that our fathers of medicine sat down and formed medical science as a fraternity. Fraternity in the sense that no wicked fraternity as a but for monopoly, whereby medical information is coded in a manner that a common man will not have access to it. So if you have malaria, doctor tells you have plasmodiasis and all kind of things. That's why, as Eli told you, that the longest word in dictionary is a disease, a 45-letter word called pneumono-ultramicroscopic siliconiovocaniosis. Tell me when a doctor tells you that that is your problem. That is when you will know that COVID has a provision for quarantine and isolation. So on that very note, it becomes something that created the vacuum of lack of health information. The reason why we are here to decode those medical terminologies in a way that you can understand and be able to see why God said, through knowledge shall the just one be delivered. You will realize what I'm going to share now. You will see a lot of people right there, your friends, suffering the same thing. But because of lack of knowledge, they are thinking that it's one devil, one demon, or one witch. How long can we remain in this level of mediocrity in our society? Now I tell you, due to lack of this professional health information, many people become doctors of their own. And maybe by reason of what they may have tried or not, they will recommend it to people. And people will just believe and keep on drinking whatever. Some also came to a point where issue of supplements and everything filled up the market. And somebody will bring a supplement and will tell you that this very supplement I'm giving to you will cure you cancer, will cure you diabetes, will cure you this, will cure you heart diseases. And people are drinking because the information is not available. A regrettable thing that I had a program in Washington in 2016, and right there, a particular product that was once sold in this particular country under network marketing under the name of supplement was written boldly in the conference hall by Food and Drug Administration of the United States that this should not be taken in America. But here it was, flying everywhere, because this knowledge is not available. Now, when people say, no, come on, I'm not going to drink all this kind of trash, they have to find solace in God. And regrettably, because ignorance was still seated in our religious organizations today, a little thing that will happen to you, they will want to define it based on your own narrative and based on your own mindset. And what is your mindset? That somebody somewhere must be responsible for it. Unfortunately, at this very junction, it's not sparing anybody. Why I say that it is time for us to take a stock. One major message, one major promise God gave to us, he said that we will satisfy us with long life. By reason of Nigerian life expectancy of 55 years, it is not long life at all. That could be said to be a secular statistics. But let's go back also to the church and the religious organizations. Are they living older in this country compared to even other countries of the world that are not as religious as we are? Are we living older than those people? Of course not. You see people falling and dying because of absolute, if I call it absolute demonstration of medical ignorance, illiteracy of the highest order. When you are talking about you have a health problem, somebody will say it's not your portion. Don't go to hospital. If you go to hospital, you will die. And that's why in this country today, that we cannot be in position to be able to say we have cancer survival in this country. Not at all. Today you have a lot of issue of cardiac arrest. People are falling and dying. Even among the religious leaders. Can we assess how healthy are we? Very key that we begin just right now, be able just to say, hey, we need to get some things right. We need to get some things right. It's so painful to say this. A couple of months ago, I was invited to speak in a particular church. And while I was talking in that very church, I was talking about the issue of premature death, the issue of heart failure, the issue that has to do with cardiac arrest, heart attack, and all that. I demonstrated a number of things that were very clear. And I saw the pastor. And in the state for which I saw him, I encouraged him. I said, when we are done, come over to the hospital and have a complete health check. I will fund. And on the process of looking at one or two projects they have in the church, and I decided, so they say, I pledged to give them 1 million naira in support. But something happened I want to tell you. After that meeting, they followed me up with the issue of cause. What's the call for? Because of the issue of the pledge of the 1 million. Then I traveled, but on arrival, I put up a check. They came and I put up the check. But the fact remains that despite giving out the check, I waited for them at least, feel free, come over. I'm funding the issue of your health check that will make your body sore, even for the anointing to continue. It never came. Just about a few months ago, somebody just told me that the same pastor, while he was preaching, all of a sudden he said, I'm just getting tired. He slumped and died. Strike the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. That is already the intention because of ignorance. And that's why people are just dying everywhere, and we keep on sweeping it under the carpet with all manner of analytical nonsense. I think it is time for us to say, hey, we may be getting this thing wrong. That's why I said what we are doing here, we are not in position of doing health program. No, this is not health program. It is a movement, and we believe and trust God. By reason of knowledge you will have, we can prevent untimely, preventable deaths in this country. 2025 is real. The Nigerian life expectancy will reach in line with God's basic agenda of 70 years. It is possible.
Dr. Richard Okoye. Now on AIT every Monday by 9:30 a.m.
Welcome back. You are still on You and Your Health. I mean, your friend Dr. Richard Okoye. Today we are just looking at how to overcome preventable death. And I want us to look at this very case again, and we'll be able just to come back and say, what could be responsible for this very lady full of life, and all of a sudden she's away. Let's have a look at this once more. You see her full of life. This is a part of exercise, of course. And this very exercise, unfortunately, led to the death of this very healthy looking. This is the word, healthy and hearty. Very heartbroken situation. Very heartbroken. Be that as it may, I want us to have another experience happening in another country, but this time around, let's see what happened there. Can you have a look at it? This also on exercise, but all of a sudden, he passes away. And as he passes away, intervention came on what is called cardiopulmonary resuscitation by a friend. And have a look at him. Can you hear him?
I was dead.
Yeah.
I died.
Did you?
Yeah.
Officially?
Officially, yeah. Clinically dead.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
Dead. Nevertheless, he is alive today while we have buried our own in pain. While we have buried our own, I want us to look at something very, very critical today. What could be responsible for the death of so many of these people we are talking about? And I will tell you, a number of people you see today we are buried having pusa, it goes. Most of them have heart-related problems. That sometimes they may have what is called heart attack. Last week, we were able to differentiate. That's why you should be part of this very program. Listen to me. This very program is a life-saving journey. It's a movement. We are not doing it just to educate you. It's for you to take it also to your family, to your loved one. Together, we can build a very healthy society. You know what happened? We discussed about the issue of heart failure. We also discussed the issue of what's called myocardial infarction or heart attack. We also talk about cardiac arrest. 3 of them are not the same. Last week, we were able just to give analysis to that very one. But heart attack is something that happens in a number of people, even sometimes very silent, but nobody knows about it. And at the end of the day, they may end up having cardiac arrest, the one that will just, blood won't get to the brain again, and that's the end of it. But they see what these people did, and that's what Doctors Save a Life Foundation is coming up to execute in this particular country called Nigeria, that there will be a hope in our healthcare sector. We are working towards doing ECG for everyone in this country. ECG for every Nigerian, because before they collapse, if they have done the ECG would have given some telltale sign of what could be happening. They may have had some level of attacks of feeling kind of heartburn, or the issue of fainting attack, or the issue of sudden dizziness. You don't feel well, or some issue of pain in the chest radiating to the... Yeah, these things will go on. Sometimes it comes and go, and most time we keep on treating ulcer. But this is a campaign we want to carry out to prevent preventable death, as it were, by doing ECG for everyone. You can team up with us. You can partner with Doctors Save a Life Foundation. You can get it done for your company. You can get it done for your constituency, your community. Whatever position you are to save life, team up with us. We are ready to support to the maximum, but that we go around the country, God will surely make a provision for this very great vision. What you are seeing these people doing right now is the same we will do live on this show, which I want you just to stay tuned. We already ordered all the equipment from abroad where we can train people. Train people also here. They used to say, no, this thing is something that should be only for doctors to learn. How many doctors will be there on emergency? No, we all should know. You should know this simple thing. To be able to save your loved one, that we will be in position to commence through our paramedics across the country. Across the country, you can be part of it. And I encourage you, this very program is something that is meant to be lifelong. And as a matter of fact, I want to encourage you, you can support us, sponsor this very program on air. We are not asking you to give us money. You can call the station to support us in any way you can. Let this very program keep running. Together, I tell you, we can save millions of lives. So, on the other hand, before you start doing, he said, no, you have to be exercising. That's fine. That's one of the healthiest practice anyone could imagine. But before you go on exercise, I encourage you, please, get done your ECG. Get done your ECG. If there be a concern, you can go and do echocardiogram. One good thing is that Doctors Save a Life Foundation has been able to mobilize professional, local and international cardiologists who have today been able to create a portal. Because most time people may do ECG. I've seen a number of people that travel abroad. After they did a comprehensive check on them, even within the comprehensive check they did, a lot of problems, but they were not told. Or even if they were told, they did not understand. And that's why we want to also open up to any doctor, any organization, wherever you get done ECG. Feel free, we're going to create a portal for you. Send that ECG report and get professional interpretation to it free of charge. The doctors across the globe will mobilize. Everyone is ready to do this very wonderful project in Nigeria that come 2025. Nigerian life expectancy will be nothing less than 70 years. Let me use this medium to allow the World Health Organization and all the World Health bodies to watch out for this country. Change your mindset about Nigeria. There is hope, and not just like a hope or something we can just fit in it. It's not just a hope or something that we say, how could it be? It's a reality. And we are looking forward that 2025, that will be done. So, this portal we are creating, if you have, be you a diagnostic center, be you a doctor, be you a paramedic, you did an ECG on anybody, don't misinterpret. Don't be in position to give a wrong diagnosis. Even in your opinion, feel free to get second opinion. It's not a bad thing in medical practice. Send it across to us. We will look at it and reply you to confirm your own opinion concerning that patient. I tell you, that will save a lot. It's gonna come free. It's a portal. All renowned cardiologists have been able to volunteer to this commission to be in position to execute that. I want you just to feel free. Let the saving life of our people be our common goal. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Welcome back. You are still on You and Your Health. Today we are in a campaign that says we must stop preventable death. Even as a pastor, as a religious leader, wherever you are people having any health-related problem, I commend you. Let us start from the known to the unknown. Encourage them to go to the hospital, be properly evaluated. Upon the evaluation, based on the finding where they said there is nothing anybody could do if he exists, then you can also take God's word and say, with men, this could be impossible, but not with God. But with God, all things are possible. At that time, you're operating beyond supernatural, not just being on something that can be given early cure or early attention will be lingered until the worst will happen. We can stop such preventable death in our organization. Those kind of deaths that you have been recording, it can be stopped. And on the higher professional note, if somebody has a heart-related problem, it can benefit from what is called angioplasty. In a state of heart attack, a patient can benefit from what is called angiogram or what is called angioplasty. Let me show you something you will understand. Now, if you look at this, what you are seeing here is the blood vessel that supplies the heart. Sometimes, if it blocks, all this portion will be dead. That is what is also called heart attack. One good news about this is that an intervention, a cardiac intervention, could be done in such a manner that this very plank, something that is called a shunt, can come and open that very place that is blocked, and when this is pulled down, a stent is called a stent. It will now allow the passage of blood to be in position to go. There are other medical treatments also, like the use of antiplatelets and all the other beta blockers and the rest, to be able to manage this person. As a matter of fact, I should tell you, this very person can live. This person having heart attack, this very person can live. Of course, you know about Bernie Sanders, the former presidential aspirant in Democratic Party in the United States. He had that attack. Even during campaign, was the Bernie not back again? Bernie was right there. Why is the case different here? We must have to start doing the right thing by going for health check. Early health check. You can save a lot from that.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Wow, what a very wonderful opportunity to be with you today. And I want to encourage you to inform everybody about this program, You and Your Health, coming up in this station every Monday by this very time of the day. However, I want to also let you know that this is not just for notes. It is for application of that into your own health, into your own family. I want to encourage you at this very point in time, go for health check. Let us start from the known before we go to unknown. God bless you as you join Dr. Save a Life Foundation to make Nigeria and Africa a better and a healthy place to be. God bless you.